I did watch a lot of basketball last night. I was watching the NCAA games, the Notre Dame-Rutgers game, double overtime, and Notre Dame winning that one, and also Wright State against Bryant, Wright State winning that game. Now, I was also watching the NBA because the Nets were playing the Mavs. And if you probably watch the Mavs, you want to see Luka play. And he's put up some great numbers. And I just didn't know if he was going to be able to be, team-wise, good enough to be in the MVP race. And I'm convinced more and more as I watch him the second half of the season. Our good buddy Nick Wright of Fox Sports 1 has been pointing out that Luka has been as valuable as anybody in the second half of the season. Unbelievable. And last night, they ended up beating the Nets. Now, Spencer Dinwiddie hit the game winner, but Luka has been unbelievable since the All-Star break, since, the second half of the season. But you're averaging, 39-9. You had 37-9-9 last night. Plus, here's the other thing, is you're 16 games over 500, I think. So that'll factor in. Do I think it's Joel Embiid's to lose? I do. I think we forgot about the Greek Freak because he's. It's like you plug in those numbers and you just go, yeah, that's what Giannis does. And Giannis steps up in big games, by the way. When the game is big, he's big. And I love that. But I think it's going to be Embiid. Giannis will be in there as well. I thought this was going to be Durant's year, but Luka's going to be in the conversation. And, the Joker's been spectacular. But this kind of struck, the Lakers lost again last night, by the way. We'll get to that coming up in a moment because there's some, really good storylines there. So you had Kevin Durant. Do we have Kevin Durant talking about what happened last night? So, it's an undermanned team because Kyrie can't play. Ben Simmons, I guess, is getting an epidural in his back. So who knows when he's going to play, if he's going to play. But Kevin Durant was frustrated last night against the Mavs and had this to say.
That shows me that the level of respect is high, for them to forget about their schemes as a team, forget about what they've been working on most of the year, for them to do that, I asked Jason Kidd, I said, well, you paid Dorian Finney-Smith all that money. I mean, is he a defender or you going to rely on this for this next 4 years with him? But it's a smart strategy. I mean, you got to tip their hat to them. They executed it. But late in the game, they did a good job of, mixing it up because sometimes I was driving, I had a lane, and I'm thinking there's going to be more help, and I rushed the shot, So they did their job.
Yeah, they did, but I don't want to hear any sob story from Kevin Durant because all he needs to do is look at the other team and see Luka. Luka doesn't have any all-stars there. He's got Brunson and now Spencer Dinwiddie. Spencer Dinwiddie used to be on the Nets. Kevin Durant has always had help. Every stop he's had. Oklahoma City, you had Westbrook and Harden. He goes to Golden State. You got Steph and Clay and Draymond. You go to Brooklyn. You think you're going to have, Kyrie, and then you get James Harden? Now you don't want James Harden. Now you get Ben Simmons. You've always had players. Who's Luka had? He had Porzingis, who's now with the Wizards. That's it. So if you want to talk about, oh, man, they're kind of gearing their defense toward me. Yeah. Why wouldn't you? If Kyrie's not able to play, if you're mad about anything, I would just say, Kyrie, come on, man. Got to help me. Help me at home a little bit here. But Luka has this every single night where he's double teamed. KD gets double teamed, and he's like, you're going to say something to Jason Kidd, like, what are you doing, man? All right. This is the strategy that I would have. Any team that's playing the Nets, come playoff time, at home in Brooklyn, hell yes. Double teaming him. You saw that last night.